So thank you very much for being here. And thank you very much, IFA and Shyam Sekhar sir, to give me this opportunity to speak in front of you. And I would not like to waste much time. So like Gajendra ji आपका नाम है ना sir? So आप पे मेरे को याद आया, sir, you had said that a good advisor is like, that was a long description, and because of the shortage of time, you couldn't complete it. So I was just sitting and listening to you, so I realized that a good advisor is like your wife, you know. If you listen to her carefully, then your life is good. If you don't listen to her carefully, then you lead a life carelessly, then your life became a hell, you know. So this is what a good advisor is like. Anyway, so this was just in humor, sir. So what I want to tell you that there is one anecdote of mine, which is like this, that bull market creates weak investors. And weak investors create bull market. Bull market creates weak investors, and weak investors create bear market. And bear market creates smart investors, and smart investors create bull market. So this is the cycle, and this is happening since last many decades, or maybe since stock market is there, since the inception of the stock market platform and all. So I have also seen this thing in my journey of 30 years plus in the market, and this cycle has not yet changed. It is going on like this only. So now the point is this: where do we stand as of now? Where do we stand? So every individual have their own perspective. And here nobody is wrong, nobody is right. Then I always say, there is another quote of mine, which is like this, that we are neither in a bull market, nor we are in a bear market. We are into stock market. So what I mean by this, that in bull market also you will find there are many scripts which are not moving along with the market. And in bear market also you will find there are many scripts which are not going down along with the market. So every individual scripts, majority of the scripts, maybe moving up or moving down along with the market. But what I mean to say is this: in every market, you will find some opportunity. Whether it is a euphoric market or whether it is a market with full of crisis, you will always find some kind of opportunity. So I always say that, bull market is like sunshine. It is always there somewhere. Even if the deepest bear market, there is a bull market of individual script, to whom we call, like we say, that bottom-up approach. You will always find some kind of opportunity like sunshine. So this is what I feel personally. Now coming to the current market scenario, whatever has happened in last 3-4 years that we have seen, that after COVID, market did not react at all. Market did react, but it went up by 50% and reacted, say, 20%. And the new crop which has come after the COVID and all, they haven't seen any crisis, they haven't seen any bear market. So they were quite confident and very aggressive that every fall can be bought. So this is what has happened in this market. I think now that things is correcting itself. So this is the structure, this is the characteristics of any market that, and I have seen one major change I will tell you I have seen in my life. After 2003, there has been a structural change in the stock market as well as in the economy, because stock market is also a reflection of the economy only. So what I have seen, that bull markets have become longer. In my life, in my journey of the stock market, first time it had happened, that bull market of 2003 lasted for 5 years, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, lasted till 2007 end. So that was the first time in history of Indian stock market that bull market was lasted for 5 years, and bear markets were very shorter. Before 2003, bull markets were, the life cycle of bull market were not beyond 9 months or maybe more than 1 year. And bear markets were longer. So in 2003 and 7, bull market lasted for 5 years, and bear market, although the biggest crisis of that time, like Lehman Brothers crisis happened, and the bear market was over within 9 months. When I'm saying over in 9 months, it means market made a bottom, and after that never came to touch that bottom, and market started reviving. That happens within a span of 9 months. Top and bottom were made within a span of 9 months. So that was a very structural change in India, as well as in the market, as well as in the economy. Because earlier I remember, whenever all these companies and economic cycles were only for 2-3 years, all the cycles and all. But after this, all these IT companies came into the picture after 1992, 95 and all. Things started changing, and new industry also started replacing the old commodity industries and all. And the same thing happened in 2019 when COVID came and the biggest crisis of the century happened. That time also, the top and bottom were made within 9 months' time. Top and bottom were made within 9 months of time, and market started recovering there. And you know then what happened, you know, and this is what now everybody knows. So this is what giving me this perspective that come what may, even the biggest crisis of the century could not suppress the market down more than 9 months' time. I think same thing is going to happen. Currently, although currently we are not having any crisis, we are not seeing that crisis kind of scenario, and Lehman Brothers crisis kind of scenario is not there. So it's just a correction because market has risen a lot. So it's just a correction. In my personal view, I may go wrong. So I'm not managing others' money. I don't have that kind of responsibility and integrity, in the sense accountability and responsibility like all these fund managers have. So I may go wrong, but this is how I structure my portfolio. That doesn't matter if my stock, even if it falls, say, 20%, 30%, or 50%, it does not disturb me because that's the part of the market. So it will happen. I will give you one example. Somebody has introduced me. I bought one shares in 2004 and 5. And the name of that company is Cera Sanitary Ware. Shyam Sekhar sir had also bought. So I bought at 60, 70 rupees. And I sold that shares in 2023. And after 1-to-1 bonus, I sold the shares at 16,400 rupees. I sold at 8,200 plus I got 1-to-1 bonus. So in absolute terms, I sold at 16,400 times, 16,400. And it's 70 rupees if I calculate the dividend, including the dividend on the bonus shares, then I got more than 200 rupees as dividend, 160 rupees or something, but if I calculate bonus and all, then more than 200 rupees dividend I got in 18 years. So that is more than the return of the fixed deposits. So my costing is zero in that shares. And many times I have seen that stock had fallen 50%, even at one time it had fallen 65% from its peak. You know, that happened in 2008, Lehman Brothers crisis, and even the COVID times. COVID times also stocks fell 60-70%. But I held on to my shares, the major quantity I held on to. Some quantity I kept on selling, but major quantity I held. And this is how the kind of return I got. So this is what, there is a quote of mine, one innovation can change your ecosystem. One leader can change your country. One idea can change your world. One mentor can change your mindset. One lesson can change your approach. One opportunity can change your career. And one bull market can change your net worth. And one stock can change your life. So this is what I believe, and this is what has happened in my life. As I gave you an example of this Cera Sanitary Ware, it gave me, if I calculate dividend, of course I should calculate dividend because it is more than the return I would get in fixed deposits. So that has really changed my life. Similarly, by grace of God, I got so many opportunities where I got 100 times return, not 100% return, 100 times return in those companies. But only criteria was this, that I hold on to the shares. I held on to the shares for 15 years. So that was the only criteria. And during that tenure of 15 years, every time, many times, my stock had fallen 30%, 40%, 50, 60% from its peak. You know, the principle was the only same, that hold on to your shares. If you are, there is a quote of mine that chase the story behind the stock, not money on the table. Money will make you rich, but story will make you wealthy. So there is a difference between making money and creating wealth. So I usually, in this market, like India is growing by leaps and bounds, so I always believe that there are ample of opportunity in this market, where you can really multiply your money, you know. But it is very risky, let me tell you. I had given all my life into investing only. So it may be, it's not easy for me as well. So, but even for new investors or first-time investors and new investors, it's very difficult, you know, because same thing could go in a reverse direction. If you like, suppose buy some shares like, for example, Yes Bank, if you would have bought even 10 years back, then you could imagine that what would happen to your wealth. So that is why it is very important, you know, when you don't know how to drive a car, but you love to ride in a car or drive or get into a car or to own a car, the best way is to hire a driver. So the best way is to hire an advisor or a mentor or a fund manager who will manage your wealth. Because stock market, always remember, stock market is a very risky business. You know, it looks lucrative. So as I always say that stock market is a platform to make easiest money, but in the hardest way. You know, we don't do anything. We are not, maybe we are not, I am not very educated. Many people are not very educated. We don't understand how our industry, you know, runs. Or we don't understand accounting. We don't understand finance. We don't understand how to deal with your laborers and your bankers, your creditors. And we don't understand supply chain. We don't know how to source raw material. We know nothing as an investor. Maybe many of the investors, they know nothing. But if you buy one company shares, we suddenly we become co-owner of the company. As I always say that stock market is a blessed business. It is the most blessed business in the world. As I said, without any qualification, if you buy shares of a company, suddenly you can become a co-owner or co-shareholder of the company. And at one event, I had said that if Mukesh Ambani had to raise his salary, he has to take your permission first in AGM. That, dear shareholder, with your permission, can I raise my salary? So just imagine. So don't abuse. As I said, that stock market is a blessed business till you abuse it. We abuse this business by so many things. By leveraging, we abuse this business. By, you know, if we don't understand, but we want to drive the car, ultimately you will bang the car and you will hurt yourself. So this is what's happening in the stock market. The only way to make money in the stock market is there is only one mantra which I have understood, besides so many other rules and principles and all, that don't try to become a crorepati overnight. If you like to become a crorepati overnight, it will be disastrous for you. So as in Hindi, as they say that dhire dhire re mana, dhire sab kuch hoy, mali siche so gada ritu ay phal hoy. So however you sow your, water your plant, ultimately flowers will bloom in spring only. So you have to wait for that. It's a business of knowledge, courage, and patience. You should have a knowledge to identify a good script. You should have courage to buy a reasonable quantity. I met many people, suppose they are having a worth of, so for example, 100 rupees, but, and they are very knowledgeable also. When it comes to buy shares, they will buy just 1 rupee shares out of that 100 rupees net worth. 100 rupees investable fund, they will buy 1 rupee worth of shares in one company because they don't have that kind of courage. I think that is not a good idea, that is a bad idea. It is something like, I always say that it is like taking one run on a no ball. So in cricket terms, if a no ball is there, then you should take at least 6 runs. If you are not taking 6 runs and taking 1 run, that means you have lost 5 runs. So that is what courage is very important in this market. And of course, patience, which I described earlier, that patience is the key in this market. So I always believe that investing is very simple, you know, but you have to spend time here. Investing is simple. We only make it very complex. People like complex things. People don't like simple things. I'd give an example at few places that there is Dettol and there is Savlon. So both cure your wound, you know. But market share of Dettol is 80-85%, and which is manufactured by Reckitt and Beckinsale, I think, MNC's company. And Savlon also does the same thing. It is produced by Johnson & Johnson, I think, all great conglomerate. But why market share of Savlon is lesser than Dettol? So I realized maybe because when you put Dettol, it burns. It gives you a bad odor, bad smell it gives you. So people think that, okay, it is getting cured because I'm getting a bad smell, I'm getting a, you know, it's burning. And Savlon does not give you, neither it burns or not it give you a bad odor. So people think that maybe Savlon is not that effective. So this is the investing, this is the same thing applicable into stock market. People always like to, you know, like to know a complex thing and not like to do complex, like to take complex action. So that does not work in this market. It's very simple. You know, buy good script, buy in a reasonable quantity, and wait for flower to bloom, and face all these crises, whatever comes into the market. That up and down is the nature of this market. So if you can come over this feeling of your fear, then obviously you can do very well in this market. Coming to current juncture, I think whatever market, it was a straight line for last 3-4 years. Now it is correcting. Most of the stocks have corrected 30-40%. If they have not corrected, I think they are going to correct. But ultimately, I think that India future is very, very bright. And I think this could be an opportunity. Timing could be, I don't know, nobody knows about the time. There is a quote of mine that two people only know the top and bottom in the market. One is God and another is a liar. So we don't know where is the top and where is the bottom. Some gentleman was discussing with me outside that whether he should buy now or not. I told him, if your stock have corrected enough, you think, and since you are in this market, it is not for the newcomers, let me tell you. You should always invest through mutual funds or invest through advisors only. Don't come in this market directly. Give yourself time, 3 years, 5 years. At least you should see at least 2 cycles in this market. You know, then you could be eligible. You could be, not sure, you could be eligible to invest directly. But don't invest directly, otherwise you will lose your capital also. So coming to the point, gentleman was asking me, so I told him, if your stocks have corrected 30%, for example, from the top, and you find there is value after this 30% correction, there is a value in your stock, you can buy, but keep this in your mind that it may correct 20% further. Always prepare for this. At whatever price you are buying, whether your shares have corrected 50% from the top, you should have this thought process in your mind that if I am buying, it may correct 20% again. As I told you, there were a number of times that my stock had fallen 50, 60% from 70% from its peak. This is what kind of carnage I have seen in this market. And even then I held on to my shares. So same thing, you should also, if you are investing directly, you should also mentally prepare yourself. I always say that your mental capacity is more important than your financial capacity in this market. Financial capacity does matter, but your mental capacity matters more. Because if you are mentally strong, you can hold on to shares in your crisis. If you are mentally strong, you can do whatever to get your, but if you are mentally weak, even slightest of fall in this market, 10% of the correction only in this market will actually, you will sell your shares and you will be out of the market, and you will see that another bull market is started from there. So don't worry about the bear market. Don't worry about the fall. But of course, there was a euphoria. Every bull market, every mother, as I always say, that every mother of bull market is followed by mother of bear market. It's the law of nature only. So this you should remember. Do worry about the fall only when you have, if you do not have any, homework if you haven't done, you don't understand about the company, you don't understand about all these things, value and metrics and all, invest through mutual fund. And if your shares, as I said, have corrected, be prepared to buy it further. Keep this in mind that it may correct 15-20% further from here. Then nobody can defeat you. Thank you very much. And now I will have some Q&A session.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for coming to Chennai and giving us your wisdom. I want you to tell us about what you do when you see a stock go down, let's say 30-40% after you bought, the market goes down and then the stock goes down. What do you usually do? How is your response? Because generally, what we notice is that investors tend to panic when they see, let's say, their mutual fund units down 20%, 30%. And it's a reflection of the stocks in that portfolio going down. You also have a portfolio, just like a mutual fund portfolio. When you see a portfolio down, let us say the peak was something, when it's down some percentage, what do you do? What is your activity? How do you maintain your schedule? How do you look at the portfolio?
So, sir, the thing is this, that as we have heard so many veteran investors in this market abroad and India have always said that think as a promoter, think as a founder of the company. Although you are a shareholder, but as I said that you are co-owner of the company. and Mr. Ambani will have to take permission for you to raise his salary. So utilize that stature of yours. Think like a promoter. Think like an owner of the company. If you think like an owner of the company, then I will ask you one thing, that suppose any shares, TVS shares or MRF shares, if it falls 20, 30%, 40%, number of time it had fallen in the last 30, 40 years, has the promoters sold its company? So you will say, no, they haven't sold their company, right? So same mindset you should also have, that chase the story behind the stock, as I said earlier. If you are convinced with the story, then rise or fall could be an opportunity. Could be not an opportunity for the investors who are already holding the shares, but at least for the other investors, it could be an opportunity. The stocks have fallen. So it does not perturb me. It does not, I do nothing about it, sir. Many of the times I don't remember also then what is the exact price of my stocks, because that is never in my mind. In my mind, one thing is always there, whether this company is going to grow or not, whether the product of this company is still is having some value in the market or not, or it's become obsolete or not. So my focus is only on the company, its product, and its growth. It is never on the fluctuation of the market. They keep on coming, and then only you can hold on to the shares.
You are an active investor. You build your own portfolios, right? There is also the benchmark, which is Nifty or NSE 500 or maybe even some sectoral indices. Do you actually compare your portfolio with any of these at any point in time? Are you worried that the benchmark is doing better for some 6 months, or you are doing much better? Do you feel too happy or too sad, or do you even look at this data? Do you even compare your portfolio's performance with the benchmark? If you do or don't, can you just tell some reasons?
No, sir, 0%. I don't compare my portfolio with anybody. Because first of all, mutual fund has this pressure of performing because their investors will compare their portfolio with other mutual funds, whether they are doing similarly or better or not. So, but I am free from this tension because I'm private investor. I don't advise, I don't do any consultancy, I'm not a broker and all. So I have that liberty, and that has worked in my favor. Since I'm not responsible and I'm not accountable and liable for anything, so it doesn't matter. And frankly speaking, I don't calculate. Few days back also, I was telling one of my friends who told me that in 2024, 23, he did well. 24 was not that well. I said, don't compare your portfolio on year-on-year basis. We are setting up an industry. As I said, always think like a promoter, think like an owner of the company. So, as I said, the Rome was not built in a day, but Hiroshima and Nagasaki were destroyed in a day. So keep that mindset only, sir. Don't look at on yearly, as an individual investor I'm talking about. So it is futile to compare.
So it's interesting. You're seeing one of India's most accomplished investors say that I'm not comparing with a benchmark. So benchmark is more a competitive thing in the industry between those who are participants. From an investor's perspective, look at it coming out so cleanly. And my next question is again on a subject which has been very popular in the recent times. People are buying one theme. Starting from the theme and going and buying stocks only in one theme. For example, railways, defense, Abhi solar. What are your thoughts on this thematic investing? What do you feel? Have you looked at it from a thematic perspective any time? What is your thinking on thematic investing?
Yes, sir. I would also like to be always in the side where the upcoming trend, I would also like to be invested in any upcoming trend. But sometimes what happens, not necessary that you have to catch every train or every trend. Sometimes there is a time to be active, there is time to be selective, and there is time to be inactive in this market. All the time you cannot be active in this market. So I had bought some defense shares in the past 3 years back, but actually I sold early. So that is okay. That doesn't matter. That does not disturb me that what I have done. I do not have any investments in this like railways and all. I miss this bus. But that does not matter.
So when is the time to catch a theme? When should one buy a theme from your experience and your own belief system? What is the time to identify a theme? Should you identify it after the theme is visible or before it is visible? When should you start looking at a theme?
So I, as an individual investor, I would always like to board the train from its origin point, where the train starts. I would always like to board the train from there, as you said, that when the theme, people are not aware of the theme. I'm not that smart, but my focus is on that only, that I should board into that train. I always say, sir, that suppose there's a 5:30 trains. There is a train at 5:30. Long-term investors come to the train at 5 o'clock and will take a window seat. And medium-term investor will come at 5:28 or 5:27 and he will stand in the train. He will not get a seat to sit. And short-term investors and very short-term investors will come at 5:30 and they will stand at the footboard. And they will get down at every station. They will get up at every station. So I would like to come into that category of a. Thank you. So I would like to come into the category where I'm boarding a train at 5 o'clock, 5:30 train, 5 o'clock. But in all these data center and solar and all, they came at a time when the market was euphoric. Market was very euphoric, but it started only 2-3 years back, sir. So that time market was already, so they came at a very hefty price. But of course, the person who had courage and who did not have fear, who invested on this company, they made reasonable amount of money. Very stupendous money they made. So this is how either you board in the beginning or I know, now second bell is left, I know. So either you get into the train in the beginning or wait for the reaction, sir. I would not like to do what everybody is doing. This is my personal things, not necessarily I am right. Again, I said I may be wrong also. But once a theme becomes famous, I become skeptical.
From the time you start thinking about a theme, to the time you make an investment, to the time that investment becomes a big investment, kitna time? What is the time horizon you take, usually, generally? You start thinking about an idea. Then you make a small investment. Then that investment grows. Then it becomes an elephant. Big position you have bought.
So, sir, what I do when I am looking for the theme, that let me see that what new theme is, what is the new emerging theme. If I find a theme, and if I am mentally, intuitively, if I am convinced that this theme is going to start, and it will last for 10, 15 years, then, sir, I would buy whatever money at that point of time I have, I will buy the shares of that company. And I do not have any time target, and I do not have any price target. I don't know when this theme is going to start giving me return, and I don't know how long this theme will stay. But usually, so that is my indefinite period. So I can sit into a share, sir, for 15 years or for 20 years.
I am asking how long it takes to build a conviction.
It depends, I don't know. It may be sometime, it may be 6 months, sir. I have waited for 10 years to buy into one company share, sir. Sudarshan Chemical stocks I had bought, sir. So I had bought 10, I had waited for 10 years. I was just watching the company. Then this company, I will give you one example. How do I invest, sir? So I'd said that once somewhere that any sportsman, suppose any sportsman or any player who has a track record of their past, who has done very good in the past, and somehow they are out of the form. They are not performing well. So I will keep an eye on that company. I will keep an eye on that sportsman. When that sportsman will come again, at inflection point, I would like to invest in that company or then sportsman. So this is what sometimes I wait for 5 years, 7 years, 8 years for that company to get in. So this I don't know about the exact time.
I wanted to bring out that point. That's why I asked you this question. A lot of people think that you switch on a button and immediately buy a stock. People think that stock picking is like that. I think today I do my research, tomorrow, day after tomorrow I buy. It doesn't work that way. I just wanted you to.
They are like traveling on footboard, sir. They will get down at every station and.
Now I am going to talk about how you get out. Art of selling. How do you decide to completely sell a stock? How do you sell in one go? You sell at every stage, or when do you decide to completely exit a stock? Just a little bit about selling.
So, sir, usually what happens, I keep on selling. After suppose stock has become expensive, I sell some shares, not at one go. Just because of the price factor, I don't sell my shares, let me tell you. Just because the stock has appreciated 5 times or 50% or 10 times and all, I don't sell my shares because shares can go 16,200 times. I had given one example. I will give you an example here. I learned this theory of exiting from Vibhishan. Vibhishan was a AAA management in Ravan's, Lanka. And Ravan, there was no wise man than Ravan on the earth at that point of time. He was the biggest Pandit, biggest, wisest man on the earth. But And Vibhishan was like an investor, of a AAA management company. Vibhishan was investor. When the focus of the Ravan changed, Vibhishan understood that the focus of Ravan has changed and exited the company. So that is the time you understand when to exit the company, when the focus of the management changes. And secondly, what he did, sir, when another AAA management, as I said earlier, he was in distress, he was in crisis. He entered that company, of a AAA company. So this is the story of stock market entry and exit, sir.
Thank you so much for this free-flowing talk that you gave, because it's very important for investors and professionals also, those who are professionals in the industry, to understand how investors think, because more often than not, they don't get to hear investors speak plain language, say it straight, without any hesitation.
Yeah.
The truth, and absolutely the truth. Thank you for this session, and thank you for coming and being with us.
Thank you, sir.
And being a great sport that you are. Thank you so much.